Hey guys, welcome back to the channel, Captain Bailey's Adventures, and we're tasting ELADIO'S Wheat Ale 2026. And the head was bigger, nice creamy head going on, but this glass was a dirty glass, and I had a Guinness in it earlier, so I rinsed the glass out, and I guess maybe that is affecting the head. But normally it had a nice creamy head, really thick, probably 1.5, one finger head. Colors spot on, looking really good. Note wise, you got that sweet caramely thing going on. Cheers, going in. Pure perfection, same recipe as last year. Tastes the same, I guess, with that wheat yeast, the WBO6 or whatever I use. It gives it, you know, sometimes they say if it's a warmer temperature, you're supposed to get banana notes. Maybe that's what I'm getting, but it's like I said, it tastes like a bubble gummy flavor to me. You know, banana-ish maybe. I don't know, but spicy, herbally. Yeah, just like that bubblegum flavor. You know, kind of like bubblegum toothpaste, bubblegum whatever, you know, that artificially thing. That's what it tastes like to me. That's what I'm picking up anyway. I'll be interested to know. I'm going to the wedding tomorrow. I'm bringing a guy from the groomsmen wanted to try the Captain's Ale, so I'm going to bring him a bottle and see, you know, what he thinks about it. You know, see if he gets. I'm not even going to describe, you know, obviously, because that's, you know, when you always give somebody a description, or when you're reading a label on something, it puts the thought in your head, and then you start thinking it. You know, kind of like when you're looking at clouds and somebody says, oh, it looks like the shape of a car, or it looks like a dinosaur. Now you see the dinosaur, you know what I'm saying? Without, you know, you seeing it yourself, you know? It's that suggestiveness. That's why I don't like reading reviews on certain things, or even beers. Oh, you know, hints of cocoa and all this stuff. Then now you're tasting the chocolate. You know, you have to let yourself taste it first and say, okay, what am I tasting here? And then if it correlates with what you're tasting to what, now when you read the description, you say, oh, okay, yeah, we're reaching the same thing here, you know? So I'm not saying anything. If he does drink it, I don't know. You know, if he takes it home, maybe I could, you know, get his number and text him and see what he thinks, you know? Because I really want to know what other people are tasting. But it's really a really good beer. Always is. Ooh, went down the wrong pipe. It was warmer out here, sunny. Oh, excuse me. It was sunnier, but sun is going in. It's cloudy. Excuse me. Ooh, that really hit hard. Now I'm getting the hiccups. Whew, made my eyes water. It was like 60 in the sun, man. It was probably pushing like 65, 70 in the sun. Tomorrow's supposed to be high as 70. It's gonna be nice for the wedding. It's gonna be really good. Whew. Big day, long day. You know how weddings are. And you know, I gotta honor the man. You know, Chuck Norris. You know, he's got which one this is? This is Chuck Norris. Has 2 speeds: walk and kill. Gonna miss him, man. And just to think that he was just sparring, and you know, right to the end. That's a great martial artist. Hope to be still kicking if I reach 86. Hopefully, I'll still be able to get my legs up. But yeah, the hero, the legend, the man, the Chuck. So, yeah, so me and Hugo, we're getting our wheels going. So this has just been kegged. It's full, you know, pretty much carved. Really good. I'm trying to think what's next on deck. I think next on deck is because we're getting close to May. I think I'm gonna have to, you know, either drink this slower, or, you know, I was getting right down to, you know, I think I drained the keg with this Queen Anne's Revenge on Thursday or Friday, one or the other. No, Thursday. And I got this in the keg Thursday night. Try again. I drained the keg, I think Thursday, and that same night cleaned it out, got this beer into it, and then let it keg for like 30 psi for like 24 hours. And then, as you can see, it's pretty well carbed. I'm burping, so it's carbed up. The bubbles are, if you have a flashlight, the bubbles are rising up, so it's carbed pretty quick. I mean, by next week it'll be even more phenomenal, if you want to say, because it'll be matured a little bit more. But what I was saying was, I think the next brew to do is the Summer Isle Ale for May Day. So I'll get that ready, get that in the keg, even if it's early, and just let it sit till I'm ready to drink it on May Day, because that's what I always try to do. I always try to shoot for that. So we'll see where we're at. I brew once a month. I don't want to brew too soon and then I have it sit in the fermenter. We're not going away for spring break because my brother-in-law, like I said, is getting married, and his wife, or soon-to-be wife, is a nurse for my school district. So that's why they're using the spring break to go on their honeymoon. So then it messes us up because now we can't go away. So I'll be working the days that I normally take spring break off. But whatever, it is what it is. I'll just have to take a longer vacation at the end of the year. But we'll see. So I know a buddy of mine was requesting this to asked if I was doing the Scottish Ale again. I'm thinking about it. So maybe I'll do. I'm thinking Summer Isle Ale in May, and then we go into June. So we'll see around June-ish if I brew that, and get that in the keg. So maybe Scottish Ale in June going into July, something like that. I think that's where the next two beers will be. We'll see. I don't know. But cheers, guys. I mean, this is 10 out of 10 as always. And I don't know. To me, it feels a little bit stronger than 4.5 ABV. I mean, if I plug the numbers in, I believe it's probably 5%, something like that. And I'm thinking about all these things are going through my head. So getting back to the Scottish Ale, I'm going to tweak it a little bit this year. Maybe make it a little bit bigger. Maybe shoot for 6 to 7%. A big Scottish Ale, I don't know. We'll see. I think the poundage, I used last year or 2 years ago, I used 5 pounds of grains. And then the specialty grains. So maybe I'll do 6 pounds, maybe go up a pound or something. We'll see. I'll plug the numbers in the beer brewer's friend and play around with it. So I'm going to finish this beer. The sun is going down soon, and I'm going to start a campfire and have a cigar and relax. And try to get to bed early because tomorrow is going to be a long ass day and probably a lot of drinking. And then I have to get up at 6 on Monday. I couldn't take off, so I gotta get up at 6, take the kids to school, or take my one daughter to school by 7, and then my son gets the bus by 8, and then I'm gonna be dragging. I'll probably have a super hangover. I'm not looking forward to Monday at all. I wish I could just call the hell out, but I digress. I already had to do the reception dinner and go pick up the tux. Both those days I used half sick days, So it is what it is. Having to live around a fucking work schedule, but whatever. It is what it is. All right, cheers, guys. Let me go. Like I said, this stuff is hitting. I'm feeling kind of, So cheers. My sun's coming out now, so that's the cue to go, guys. Remember, let's set sail.